Good evening, everybody. I'll give it a couple minutes, let some people roll in. And my special guest is getting situated. Kind of a long day. I got to get there early, especially when they're giving away goodies at the ball game. And our Mud Hens aren't off to the greatest start of all time, but you know, it's only the second game of the season, and we'll see what happens. Now, a lot of people got spoiled last year because most of the players that were playing there at the end of the season up in Detroit, when they were attempting a playoff run, were Toledo Mud Hens that got called up. It was almost the entire roster was call ups from Toledo, and they are the AAA affiliate of our Detroit Tigers. And being Becky, welcome. Just giving it a couple minutes, let people roll in here before we get started. And my special guest will be here in a couple minutes. So, Victor, welcome. Robert, welcome. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. We've been having a little bit of fun. I know I posted a few videos, posted a couple of other things about, we're doing opening weekend with our Toledo Mud Hens. And like I said a minute ago, not exactly the best start to the season for them, but you know what? It's only the beginning. Got to shake off the stage fright. And the weather was wreaking a little bit of havoc today too, so they weren't sure if they were going to get the whole game in. And everybody's getting used to the new things they've done at the ballpark down there. And at one point, I was telling somebody the umpire actually pulled everybody off the field because he saw lightning. Thought he saw lightning, and it was actually the new lighting system they have at the ballpark, where between batters and between innings, and they got all these wild lights flashing and all that. Well, somebody accidentally hit the wrong button, and one of those lights flashed, and he's like, "Nope, everybody off." And then they realized what it was and went back to play. So, yeah, it is. It's a long season, and we'll get down there as much as we can. I'm only about 25 minutes from the ballpark where I'm at, so it's not a real hard thing to roll down there and catch a game. And same thing during hockey season with the Toledo Walleye. They're an affiliate of the Detroit Red Wings. So, and my special guest is rolling in here. We'll let him get situated. And oh man, he brought some silver with him. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Little Michi, because he doesn't have a YouTube name, so I just call him Little Michi because everybody still refers to him now as Mini Me. And he doesn't get to come down very often anymore because work and school. And so when we get a chance, we hang out. Somehow we got lucky. He's usually, when they hit about 12, 13, mom and dad aren't cool anymore. Well, he's 21 now and still likes to come hang out with dad. I haven't quite figured that one out yet. So, Stack That Gold, how you doing tonight? So, haven't picked up a whole bunch. Haven't picked up a whole bunch anything this week. Scaling it back a little bit for now. We didn't get to go very often when I was a kid down to Toledo, but as I got older and I moved down to where I'm at now, and I realized, hey, wait a minute, we're literally right here. Yeah, I saw that. 20-9. How does that happen? I mean, I was
fantasy team like that one.
Yeah, his fantasy team. He's having a good old time with that.
13 points from one guy.
Right. Yeah, 20-9. Holy cow! I was kind of laughing because we were standing in line waiting to go into the ballpark today. This guy walks by me. There were a lot of people at Fifth Third Field today with Yankees jerseys on and Yankees hats. And I'm like, oh, okay, I could understand if this was the AAA affiliate of the Yankees, but Columbus is the AAA affiliate of the Guardians. And just the number of Yankees fans were there. But this guy walks past me while we're standing in line, and he just looked at me, and yeah, you can tell he probably had a couple of adult pops, prior to coming to the ballpark. He just looked at me and says, "Make the Yankees great again." And I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. And then we're sitting there during the seventh inning stretch, and little Michi shows me his phone, and he's with wide-eyed and all that. That's got to be a typo. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. Yeah, Judge rocked it today. 3 of the 9 home runs, or I think that's what I read. 3 of the 9 home runs that the Yankees hit were his.
Dubé sucks in the playoffs.
Well, hey, things happen. Things happen. You get, being a Wings fan as long as I have. Oh, 4. Okay, yeah, the game was still going then when they published that. Then, yeah, he hit 4 home runs today. Jesus. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe he could give our Tigers some pointers because I don't know what they did today, but
haven't played yet.
Oh, they haven't played yet.
They're still in LA.
Yeah, they're still in LA. Okay, but hearing how things went for the opening game out there in LA, it's gonna be a long season, really long. So, what do you got here, man? What is these your favorites or
stuff?
Oh, he just started stacking not that long ago, and I give him a lot of credit because he's Robert, I have not. I'm gonna have to head over that way one of these days to go check it out. I know we've talked about doing some road trips, for baseball and even for hockey, because our big rival down in Toledo there is the Fort Wayne Comets, and usually ends in some nastiness. Hey, transient, how you doing, buddy? Usually ends up in some nastiness, and we've even got a little rivalry going on that kind of mocks the mid-90s Red Wings Avalanche thing, but in this case it's the Wheeling Nailers and the Toledo Walleye that don't like each other, and they ended up was it last weekend they played Wheeling here in Toledo, and I was working so I didn't get to see any of it. I was listening to it on the radio on my phone, and by the middle of the third period, Wheeling only had 10 players, and that included the goalie. So 9 skaters and a goalie, and even their head coach got tossed by the officials just because they start doing what they do when they're losing, and the officials weren't having it. And now with the baseball, they're starting to experiment a little bit more with that computerized scoring, where there's a camera that calls the balls and strikes and tells the umpire what to call. And that got a little annoying today. But our guys tried to come back. They ended up losing 7-6 today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. The quote unquote rubber game of the series. And hey, like I said, it's the beginning of the season. We'll see what happens. So, man, what do you go that way? Oh man. So, but like I was saying, he's darn near working full time, going to school full time, and he's doing a pretty good job for, you know, being a beginner in that. I know his favorites. Cranky, yeah, we need them. We need them to go. So he pulled out some of his stuff. He's working on some tubes of these guys, and doing pretty good at it. I know when I find them, I grab them for him too.
Point out Nate
and
there.
okay, hold on. Let me see here. My eyes aren't what they used to be. Oh, hey, oh, there you go. That's a 1917. Okay, I don't even have any of that old. Let me see if we can see a mint mark on here.
Philly.
Oh, it's okay. It's a Philly. Cool. Yeah, and yeah, he knows too that, you know, the older they are, the slicker they're going to be. You know, he might not have the total weight there, but he knows. He grabs what he can grab, and then I know some people aren't real fond of these. I'm actually not real fond of them either. I won this in a giveaway and ended up passing it off to him because of the year, because that's his birth year. So let's see here.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, and this is something I don't know if he knows, I know we know, is that the pandas are not a true ounce.
Damn.
No, they're more, you know, where an ounce is 31.1.
Yeah.
These, if I remember right, are 29 or 30. So I mean, it's not a huge thing, but you know, it's cool to look at. You know, they say 1 ounce. It's a little, like, literally a hair under 1 ounce. And then let's
Slide
see
that
here.
whole thing over.
Well, here, I'm gonna put that there.
Holton,
Set.
prospect.
And see, I'm proud of him for this, because I had some of these and ended up, you know, when life happens, but in the blink of an eye, he got himself, you know, well, he does, his tubes are the 10 count. So he's got a 10 count tube of prospectors, different years. I'm going to spin this bad boy around. Oh, man, there we go. What did Tully and Cranky say? It's official. Here, let me
Set it down and grab one.
Well, no, just do that this way. There's, you know, he's got various years, and he's got some that are really good shape. I'm trying not to touch the face of them there. So here, we'll give you that back so you can put those away. And then let's see what else you got here. We got it's got a, what is that? MS-69. Yeah. His birth year. Yeah, he's grabbing a little bit of everything. And then we got, let's see what we got here. Oh, we got the, this is actually his graduation year from high school. He's got the Type 1 and Type 2 Eagles. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. He's actually doing better at this than I am. You know, yeah, there you go, Cargie. It's official. That I don't know, Robert. I'm not real big into the
what?
Brain block pandas. I'm not really big into the pandas, but then I think what he did is he pulled out some of his favorite stuff here. And of course, yeah, he's big into football, and yeah, he's got his Texans and his Lions here. Yeah. I think I actually showed those when I got them for you. Yeah. It's like, yeah, Dad finally broke down and did the thing. Yeah, okay, I'll take your word for it there, 3D. Oh, by the way, Cranky, because he can't see the screen because I've got it pointed and he's actually sitting over
on
there.
The side, I can't see anything.
Yeah, so Cranky said, nice prospector stack there, young man.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then I actually gifted him this. I'll eventually get another one, but you know, he loves this thing too. It's the 5-ounce Pictured Rocks quarter. So that's like all our favorite spot in the entire state to go hang out and chill and hit your reset button and all that. Yeah, if you're ever looking for a reason to come to Michigan on vacation, go to the Upper Peninsula. You won't be disappointed. I tell everybody that's where you go when you want to see what God put here, not what man put here. Yeah, there's some man-made stuff too, but mostly it's what the good Lord put here. So everybody, I've never bought a silver pen too because I don't like being hog swaggered out of a percentage of my silver. Yeah. Lower Canada. No, it's not Lower Canada. No, it's not Lower Canada. We say a different here in Michigan, and Panda. Yeah, I've never really gotten excited about them. I don't know why. I know I do like. Let me see. Where's your Panda?
Right.
Is this the?
Oh, it's got spots on it.
Oh, it's fine.
On the back.
Yeah, it's these. That's why they're in these. That's why they're in these things. It protects them. I do kind of like the ones where it's like an adult and the little ones running around, the cubs running around. But still, I've just never really gotten into them. And I went on pedal across slower. Oh, you know what, Transient? I have. Remember Ontario, south of Detroit? Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, I did a little short Michi on the town. I went down to hey Dave. After I live streamed the St. Patrick's Day parade, I went over to Riverside Park there by the Ambassador Bridge and did a quick it was kind of a short one there. And you guys that watched it, I apologize for all the wind. It wasn't that windy when I got there, but the minute I started talking, the wind picked up. So you might have heard little bits and pieces of what I said and not the whole thing. But we'll have to go back down that way on a little bit nicer day once the windy season stops. But yeah, they 51st state. I know there's a lot of grumpy people over in Canada right now. And I think, honestly, and this is just my opinion, because I have friends in Canada, and they seem to think the same thing, that once, Trudeau's gone, his replacement's sitting there right now, and he's a Trudeau crony. And if they can get him, I think his last name's Carney or something like that. If they can get Carney out of there and get somebody with, something between their ears and as the prime minister, I see a lot of this coming to a stop. They've threatened to shut off power to New York, Michigan, and Minnesota. That's like, if you've ever driven through any part of Michigan, especially along the rivers and the lakes and that, we've got plenty of power plants to power our, to produce our own electricity. They can do whatever they want with theirs. And, whatever happens. But I think if they can if they can vote a conservative in there, because they don't say Republican and Democrat. It's conservatives and liberals. And the one guy, the conservative that's running now, the first thing he wants to do is he wants to cut. Yes, exactly, Cranky. Yes, Canada needs a statesman, not a politician. But the guy that's running now, I used to one of my friends that lives over in Canada. He does like what we would call independent media. And he does a thing on YouTube there, and he would broadcast some of the goings on in the House of Commons. and just listening to the two sides argue back and forth. And there's things like you have to pay a tax on breathing the air.
Carbon tax.
Yeah, you have to pay a carbon tax. So you're paying a tax to the government because you're breathing the air.
And that actually just went up.
Yeah, well, it went up, and now there's going to be, he wants to get rid of that. He wants to immediately, cut the income tax because these people, he said, you got somebody that makes $100,000 a year, and after they pay all their taxes, they might take home $35,000. And the price of housing is outlandish over there because they tax everything, and then they tax the taxes, and then they tax the tax on the taxes, and they wonder why hey, Stackerman, welcome, and they wonder why people are converting vans into mobile homes, and they're living in their vans because they can't afford an apartment. They can't even afford an apartment because of the rent. So, yeah, 3D. You're right. Yes, exactly. Yeah, they basically they want to I call it a life tax. That's, you're alive, you're going to pay a tax on it. And I mean, even one of my friends over there, he did a video where he went to Walmart. He went to Walmart. He bought 3 bags of essentials, grocery, some vegetables, and a can of baby formula for his infant daughter, and he had to restock the diaper bag, so he bought like the travel pack of diapers to put in the diaper bag, and he had almost nothing in those 3 bags, and it was $140. It's like, for what? But that's just the hopefully that'll end for them, and we can get all this taken away. And I've seen it myself over the years. Something else that was brought up was them doing their job on their side of the border, which they haven't been doing for years, and stuff getting into the United States through Canada, and nothing's checked. And actually, I want to say, if I remember right, it was 2 or 3 of the individuals that were involved in September 11th came into the United States through a Canadian border. So I understand start securing your border, do what you're supposed to do. And since he laid down that ultimatum, they're catching a lot more stuff before it even gets over, like at the Ambassador Bridge or the Blue Water Bridge up in Port Huron. They're catching it before it leaves Sarnia or leaves Windsor to come over here. They're scanning a lot more of the trucks before they come across, because they're packing drugs in crates with food, and thinking that the smell of the food's gonna, like the vegetables and stuff, is gonna throw off the dogs, but it doesn't throw off the scanner. So, but anyway, do we have any questions for little Michi?
What?
Oh, I'm well, here, so what's your favorite piece in your stack?
Me?
Yeah. I kind of figured that. He just picked up the Detroit Lions 1 ouncer and said, this.
Got it, that one.
Let's see. He says that's his favorite piece in his stack so far. Okay, Cranky asks, what's your favorite constitutional? Your favorite junk silver?
Walking Liberty Halves.
Okay. Walking Liberty Halves. Bean Becky, what was the first piece you picked up yourself?
Oh, God.
I hear I smell wood burning. He's got to think about it.
Actually, I have it here. That one.
Okay. There it's. I was actually with you when you got this. Yeah, I remember that.
You took me to the place.
That would be his 2003 graded Silver Eagle.
I think I only paid $50 for it.
Yeah. So, and being Becky likes walkers too.
Yeah.
And let me see. So here's the question, and I know you don't get to ask this very often, but those of us that are on YouTube, we say it quite often, but we'll see what your thinking is on. Okay, you're stacking silver. You know, your different kinds of silver there, and a lot of people will ask, what's your end goal? Are you building a savings account? Are you using it as a hedge against inflation, padding, your retirement, for lack of a better way of putting it? Because we all know that, the jobs nowadays, you don't get a pension anymore. Your money gets thrown into a 401k or 401 or 403b, which gets invested. And we all know how the stock market, if the stock market hits rock bottom, your retirement's gone. So all the above, or a little bit, one more over the other.
Less volatile investment than stocks.
Okay. I like it. Okay.
I can invest and actually hold it rather than putting it into a stock and just watching a computer.
Okay. Yep. I like it. Okay. Here's another question for you. What's your opinion on Bitcoin?
Hate it.
Okay. Why?
It's virtual. You can't hold it.
Okay.
It shouldn't be a currency if you can't hold it.
Exactly. I like your thinking. So I always say, if I can't hold it in my hand, I don't own it. And then, if God forbid, and I know World Money Wins has brought this up a few times, if you lose your password, you've essentially lost every penny you put into it. Because we see the people that'll come on and say, try to scam you out of it in the comments if you have a YouTube channel. And I know several of us have gotten those comments and we've dealt with them. But okay, let's see here. Because I know I missed a question up here. Let me scroll back up. Do you collect any YouTube swag?
I can.
You can. Okay, I know you've got, every time I get something new, you get one.
Yeah.
So yeah, he does. He doesn't have a channel yet. Or I don't know if he's ever thought about having a channel, but yeah, I know he follows pretty much everybody that Dad follows, or the people that he hears Dad mention quite a bit. So yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't. I know he probably hasn't. Just haven't asked because you don't have anything to trade back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. He's trying to keep it even. So
I hate one-sided deals.
Right.
Where I'm the beneficiary.
Yeah. Okay. Now 3D Woodworks has got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you prefer poured silver or coins and bullion?
Do I have to pick one?
I think he likes them all. He loves it all. So. All right. T-Bird's in the house. Howdy. Is it just me, or does he sound a little like Michi? Well, he kind of looks like me too. He's just got a lot more hair than me for the moment. Yeah, for the moment. Yeah, we've been mistaken for each other on the phone before. So, but so let's see. So you planning on adding anything other than silver to your stack anytime soon, or it's something like a work in progress? Or
I mean, I'm very light on copper.
Well,
that's
okay.
About it.
Well, that's the thing, and I know you hear a lot of us say it. Is copper is more a collectible.
Yeah.
Because if you look at what copper goes for, they sell it. It sells by the pound, not the ounce. And last time I haven't looked at the price of copper in a long time. I know last time I looked at it, it was pushing $5 a pound.
Yeah.
So you got to come up with, quite a bit to make a pound.
Do anything, yeah.
And with what they charge for it, the premiums and that. I mean, it's like, collectible. We'll pick up some copper here or there. Now, what I tell everybody, and a lot of other people will tell you too, is
eventually when I actually can, I'll think about fractional gold and
okay,
dip my toes into that.
Okay, hey, makes sense to me. But on the subject of copper,
kind of like that.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if it's even in the camera.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Okay.
It's there. Yeah, you talking about the 1 gram,
the blue pamp.
And I know you've seen the challenge I started for myself.
Yeah.
And you go at your pace.
Yeah.
And I know some people don't think that it's a good idea, but there's a lot. Those are a lot of those people are the same people that can't go out and drop. I didn't check the price of gold today.
I definitely can buy an ounce of gold.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Yeah, a lot of people can't afford an ounce at a time. I mean, if you can, God bless you.
I can, but I don't want to.
Right, exactly.
I should reword that.
Yeah,
I could if I wanted to, but I don't.
Right.
I could if I.
Well, that's you get a little bit at a time. Yeah, that's how we do all this, and you don't make sure you pay.
I feel better spending 50 on a fractional gold than 200 something on 1 ounce.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But yeah, it's just you go for you, and I like to actually look at what I'm buying before I buy it. But you can go online and search for cheapest. If you're looking for a gram bar, you can search for cheapest gram of gold bar, and there's sites that'll guide you to the cheapest, and you go with it. Now, of course, you have and you've seen it because you bought stuff from JM and SD, and here I am. I don't like naming them, but just throwing them out there, and Money Metals and some of the other ones, and you get that premium if you're using PayPal or whatever. And that can cost you even more than doing the e-check or the transfer and wiring them the money, whatever. But just you go at your own pace. And like, so you're just really starting out.
Yeah.
You got quite a bit for just starting out. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Stackerman just said, Little Michi is a smart young man, takes after his old man. I don't know about me being as smart as him. He's actually smarter than me. I'm not saying that because he's my son. I mean, that just, this little side story. He came to his mom and I and said, "Hey, I want to play hockey." Okay, well, that's kind of a big investment for mom and dad, because he came to us at age 6 and said, "I want to play hockey." Well, they grow this much, you gotta buy them all new equipment, and it's not cheap. Skates alone are his current profession is he sells this stuff now. And I like the hey, Silver and Gold Stack Attack is in the house. Good evening, my friend. What's for like a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, what's a pair of skates go for now? A decent, not top of the line, just a decent pair of skates that aren't going to break the first time they wear them.
Around $100.
Okay, so you got this little guy that's in $100 pair of skates, and his foot grows half a size. Now you got to go buy him another pair. And I know by the time he was playing high school hockey, we were up in like the $600 and some odd dollar range.
$450
at the expensive end, $600.
Yeah.
But so Mom and Dad sat him down and said, okay, here's the deal. You have to do the following. You have to keep your grades up. You have to, and we were talking like, high C, low B average. We're not expecting straight A's or anything like that because, not every kid can do that. And, stay out of trouble. We don't want to be getting called to the principal's office or any of that stuff. And he took it to a whole new level. This kid was playing hockey. He was playing in high school. He was playing hockey and then playing lacrosse in the off season and still bringing home, what he used, they've changed the scoring system now for grades, but he was bringing dang near what used to be a 4.0 in my day on every card marking. And he got a C in a class. And I mean, I would say he was still in middle school. He brought home a report card that had a C, and he had a meltdown because he thought Mom and Dad were going to make him quit playing hockey. And it's like, no, C is still good. It's a C plus, so it's almost a B minus. Just work a little harder. He didn't know what to do, but yeah, I still wouldn't mess with him. He's you know what?
What?
It's been a really cool week.
Oh jeez.
Because he's about to blush over here. He decided this past fall to start playing hockey again. And of course now he plays in we don't call it beer league anymore because they don't all drink.
We call it beer league. The website says adult league.
Yeah, so he played in the adult league this year.
We call it like it is.
And yeah, they go in the locker room after the game, drink a couple beers, and then go home. But
you getting the full for Jesus.
They won their championship this year. I'm kind of impressed because he was out there all season playing with former teammates, former coaches that he played for, and a bunch of the old grumpy guys that watched him grow up. When their games would end and the kids would start playing, they'd stick around and watch their games. So he's playing with the old guys, the guys his age, and the guys that molded him into the hockey player he was. So, but I'd give you a little shout out there, because it's kind of cool. I got to go to a couple of games this season, and he didn't take him long to get his wheels back, and that's there are a couple of times where I had to remind myself that they're not a hitting league because some of the guys are old enough to be his grandfather. They're not a hitting league, but there were a couple of times where I caught my mind going, "Oh, dude, you need to move. That's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt." So, but yeah, we little shout out to the champions. Yeah. I still don't know how you guys drink Labatt Blue Light, but
I don't know either.
Anyway. But no, Becky, I kind of got sour with them. What was that, 94 when they all walked out? Like halfway through the season, all the players walked out. I was a little sour. 94 or 95, whatever that was. I was a little sour with him after that, but when you have and obviously he's not a little guy anymore, but you have a little guy ask, "Hey, Daddy, can we go to opening day?" I'm not going to tell him no. So he kind of got me back into baseball too, and he tried the baseball thing for a couple of years. Nowadays they make the kids start out playing t-ball, and he did pretty good with that. And they then they went on, then you go from t-ball to coach pitch, and coach pitch was the end of it because They had one practice before the start of the season, never scheduled any more practices, and then the coaches would scream at the kids when they didn't know what to do. So he's like, nope, I'm done. But you know what, Cranky, that's part of the reason why, I can't stand Comerica Park. I grew up, my weekends, I grew up during baseball season at Tiger Stadium when the Tigers were at home. That was a ballpark. I don't know what the heck this thing is down there that they call Comerica Park. It doesn't have a ballpark feel. And same thing with Little Caesars Arena where the Red Wings play. I can't stand that arena. If you're rich enough to be able to sit in the lower bowl, it's fine. But if you got to sit up in the cheap seats with the common people like us, you better have awesome balance. And it's just it doesn't have. I mean, they didn't even in the new arena. They didn't even hang up the championship banners. They've got these.
It's like sublimated window shades.
It's like window shade. Yeah, it's like window shades that were painted to look like the championship banners for the Red Wings. And then when the Pistons play, it's the same thing for them.
The real banners are in the practice.
Yeah, the real banners are hanging down in the practice rink down in the basement, and it doesn't have a hockey feel at all. Stackerman, Kalamazoo. I'm kind of old enough. I remember when that was it was an IHL team, and it was the Kalamazoo K-Wings. Before they just became the Kalamazoo Wings, and they're in the ECHL with the Toledo Walleye, and we see them a few times a year down here in Toledo. But I refuse to pay the prices you have to pay to go to a Major League Baseball game, an NHL game, NBA, and frankly, I've not, and I know this kind of threw Tully for a loop when I said in a live stream that I had never been to a Lions game. The only Lions thing I ever went to was they had an open practice one year with a concert afterwards. And, the concert afterwards was a bunch of up and coming groups and that. And those of you that are into country.
Randy Hauser.
He was there.
He was the headliner.
Randy Hauser was there. I'm going to screw up her name now. Maggie Rose was there. And then one of our local TV anchormen had a band and they played. But I've never been to a Lions game, and I won't, because the last time I saw ticket prices for the Lions, the seats way up where the players on the field look like they're about a 16th of an inch tall. We're going for $230 a piece. So I'm perfectly happy, driving 25 minutes that way and going and watching the guys that are playing for the Toledo Walleye, the Toledo Mud Hens. One of these years I want to go down and see University of Toledo play football. Because those guys that are playing for the Mud Hens and the Walleye, they may never get called up to the big league. They've got a salary cap. They can only make so much a year. They're playing because they love the game. We've even got a couple of guys down there in Toledo on the Mud Hens that have played in the major leagues. The one guy, he was on the roster up in Detroit for 3-4 years?
Yeah.
And then he had a bad couple games and they sent him down to Toledo, and that's where they left him. He's probably not going to get called up again, but he's playing. Not trying to sound cheesy, because there's actually a movie with this title, for the love of the game. A lot of your guys that are playing for the Toledo Walleye, they're on an ECHL only contract. They'll never go up to Grand Rapids or Detroit, to play. They're stuck in Toledo, and they're perfectly fine with that. Becky, thanks for coming in. Glad you were here. I'm going to try to get him on a little more often. I know he's still kind of a little bit shy, but we'll have him back on. Thanks for coming in. And let's see, what are we at? Where are we at? All right, we're at 45 minutes. So, but yeah, we're just so okay. Let's see. We hit on what you stacking and all that. So, all right. Any more questions for Little Michi? I know one of these nights we're going to have to, one of these weeks, once school's done, I think you guys got what, a couple more months to go?
1 month.
1 more month to go. If we can get him down here on a Monday night that I'm off, Cranky and I do our, flying by the seat of our pants lives every other Monday, and that's usually the Monday I'm off. We'll have to get you down here and, get all the three of us on together.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see. All right, well, yeah, Cranky up. Once if we can get him, once things slow down at work for him and school's out, school's out for
once
summer.
It slows, it's already slow.
Well, yeah, because do you guys still got any youth stuff going on, or are they done until summer?
We're done until
spring league?
Spring in April.
Okay.
Late April.
All right. Well, yeah, and then I know they had a lot of tournaments and stuff going on because he works at one of the Fresh Pants to Fly By. I know they get the arena that his place of employment's in is one of the more popular rinks for like nationwide tournaments, and I know does the North American Hockey League still come in there with their prospect tour every year?
NAP.
Yeah. NAP. Okay. Well, I know it used to be the NAHL and the PHL and all that goofy stuff.
NAPHL is basically travel teams with the path to the NHL.
Okay. So it's not like it was before when you had like the Port Huron, the Fighting Falcons, and the Ice Hawks were when they tried to resurrect the IHL.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what? We'll have some fun when we can get that to happen. I know, and you guys, and Summer Meltdown will be coming, and
yeah.
Spring League, and I don't know. Are you guys doing a Spring League this year or no?
Wait, where?
For your league?
No.
Okay. Oh, well, you know what, Cranky, it's like I've told him several times. He's still learning. We're all still learning, and we each have our favorites and our not so favorites, and there's roads that if we can keep people from going down the wrong road, with certain things, because when I first started out, I'm going to grab all that copper, man, because we're going to need it, because they're going to force us into electric cars. Let's see where that's gone. So they only get one meltdown in the summer. Well, it's what it is. The Summer Meltdown is it's kind of like a hockey camp that goes on.
It's the name for a hockey camp that runs the whole summer.
Yeah. It pretty much runs. Was it every day or every other day or something?
5 days a week, the whole summer.
Yeah. Basically, it's hockey babysitters for the kids. Mom and dad drop them off, go to work, come back, pick them up on the way home. So,
and they get better at hockey while they're at it.
Yeah, well, and I'm not saying this because you're my son and you're sitting here, but when you got guys that have been there, guys and girls that have been there, done that, and take them down the path they need to go down to being better at what they do.
Yeah,
I mean, I remember watching you guys, and this is going way back. He was only with his skates on, was only as tall as where my waist is. Watching these kids go out there for future wings, and they're going 100 miles an hour. They're not going anywhere, but they're going 100 miles an hour, And by the time that first, the beginner class was over, they were flying because they just said they had to learn how to bend their knees. and you know, it's kind of fun. I know he got irritated because I was taking pictures, because that's what dads do. You know, the day that I got to be there at the rink when I got to be at the rink while he was teaching. He doesn't like being called coach, because he said it makes him feel old, even though, you know, they were all called coach. The kids had to call him coach in their first name. But watching him teach the little guys, and, you know, getting into little fake fighting matches with Baby Cronwall. Hey, you guys know anything about the Red Wings? Our guy that used to knock people out of their skates back in the day, Nick Cronwall, his little guy actually went through the program when my son was teaching, and you know, he skates up to my son and starts doing that whole, you know, want to go. So of course my son little Michi drops to his knees and starts fake fighting with him, plops him down on the ice, not hard, didn't hurt him, just, you know, playing with him. And he gets up and he goes, I'm going to tell my dad's going to beat you up. Really? Okay. And he kind of laughed. He goes, who's your dad? My dad's right there. And he pointed over my son's shoulder, and there's Nick Cronwall standing there at the glass laughing. He's telling him, do it again, do it again. So, and, you know, to hear the praise from parents, and you know, even guys that were I was on skates once in the back of the farm in a low spot that froze when I was little. Yeah, hey, that's how a lot of kids learn, playing on the pond. But to hear the stories that, let me back up. He had several kids that he instructed through that program whose dads were NHL players. And I think the proudest moment was hearing the story. And I heard this from the guy that he worked for, not from him. One of our former NHLers, who I love this guy when he played for the Red Wings. He's long since retired. He brought his grandson, and his grandson is autistic.
Yeah.
Grandson is severely autistic, very hands off. Don't touch me, don't breathe on me, don't look at me, don't talk to me, don't do any of this. And he wanted to go out on the ice, but he didn't want to put his hockey equipment on. So my son goes over there, comes down to his level, and says, well, you know, you want to be safe, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, you have to put your equipment on so that you can be safe and go out on the ice. Well, he let my son help him get dressed. Well, then he didn't want to put his helmet or his gloves on. He came back down there again. Well, this is part of being safe. You got, okay. So he gets his kid all dressed, and he's bebopping over there. Wants to go. He says, well, what about your hockey stick? I don't want that. But you got to have your hockey stick because you want to play hockey, right? Yeah. Kid took the stick, went out on the ice. And then when the hour-long session was over, he had to talk him down so that he would come back off the ice, because once he was out there, he didn't want to come off. And the fact that here's this, you were a junior in high school at the time. So you were what, 16?
Yeah.
Here's this 16-year-old that could have very easily been like, yeah, dude, whatever, and skated away. No, he took that time to work with that young man, and it didn't go unnoticed. You know? And then you have some of these other guys that were like, man, I've been trying to get him or her to do that forever, and you did it just by talking to him. They're trying to give him tips. But no, we'll get you down here, you know, maybe as summer goes along, you know, and you might get a Monday off, and you know, decide you want to come down and hang out down yonder here with the old man. We'll get you on here with Cranky and I, and yeah. But let's see here. Cranky, are you fat fingering it again? And just so you know, if you ever do decide to start a YouTube channel,
Yeah.
okay, we've got an awesome community here. I can, I gave you a list. It's like, hey, you want to really learn, because I'm still learning, and I'm still learning from a lot of people here. You've got that list of, who to pay attention to.
Yeah.
And, not a person here that won't help you out, because we are a community. So there are people out there that don't like the word community. They say, "Oh, that implies that you help people." Well, we do.
Yeah.
And let's see. I'm just looking at those that are still here. We've got Chuck's in here. Hey, Chuck. I'm sorry, buddy. I just didn't even say hi. The chat's scrolling up pretty quick, but you've got even right here looking at we've still got, let's see, we got 6 people here. Everybody that's been here in the chat.
Yeah.
You could message them and say, hey, I got a question for you. And okay, what did I do there? I'm highlighting comments, not even trying. There we go. Okay. Nobody's going to lead you down the wrong road.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're all learning. You may learn something about, I don't know, take your pick. About, oh, hey, you know what? They just found a new way that they're counterfeiting silver eagles.
Yeah.
So, you do a video on it. Hey, just learned this from my LCS.
Really hard to do.
No, it's very easy to, you should see, they're not good at it. They're not good at it at all. And I mean, you can go back. I know I don't think he's still here, but Stack Attack did a really good video on, counterfeit ASEs. And, it's harder to spot them sometimes pre-2021.
Yeah.
Because, the very lazy security feature we have on our ASEs, that one
read,
the one read's missing.
Yeah.
They're not even good.
Yeah.
And I mean, something simple is, when you look at it, and let's see, all my eagles are in there. I'm not digging them out. Do you have a raw eagle that's not a thing?
I can grab one.
Yeah, grab one for me real quick. No, Stacker Man, I'm right there with you. Exactly. Yes. I hear the word village and I hear hillbilly. That's what I call them, because we all know that if that 8 years she was running the country, not him. But it takes a village. Yeah, well, it takes a little bit more than that. Now, see, and this is something I know we all know this, but this is for his benefit. We ain't the village people. Hey, there was nothing wrong with their music. They still play it at the ball games. But something as simple as this, and this is with all American coins, not just these. First thing you do is you take that, and let's see here.
I don't know what's that on that.
You take it. No, you take this, and you flip it like this, and you should be looking at the eagle right side up.
Yeah.
A lot of these fake ones, you do this, and you spin it this way, the eagle should be upside down. Yeah. But on the fake ones, the eagle's right side up.
Yeah.
And that's with both of them, not just these.
Yeah.
But stuff like that. And we've all maybe to quote Medea, we've all got before. So if you pick up something and you think you got the greatest thing in the world, and come to find out, you may not find out until you show it in a video, and somebody will. And so we don't put you on blast in the comments. We'll send you a message like, hey, yeah, about that silver eagle you just showed in your video. But we all have fun. We all try to look out for each other best we can. And this community here, It's a great bunch of people, and we don't agree on everything, but it all comes back to that. We're all human. We all may make mistakes. We may not say something right. I mean, we're all guilty of, saying something and meaning it one way and it comes out another. It happens. But we're like, hey, you know what? It is what it is, and we move on. But we got a great community here. You know, and you're learning. You're still a beginner.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, I still consider myself a beginner. So, but all right, let's see what we got here. All right. Do you have any UK sterling coins?
UK sterling?
Yeah. A lot of your UK coins are 0.925.
No.
No? Okay. Well, we'll have to work on that. We'll have to work on it. I'll show you what I got when or actually, you know what? Grab me the cigar box. No, I don't smoke cigars. I just thought it was a cool cigar box to put things in because it, here, let's see. Okay, this is everything but, I think. Okay. Let's see here.
I was thinking about that because I have Britannias, but that's silver, not.
Yeah, Britannias. Yeah, those are your fine silver. Fine. Where did all my? I don't have a lot of it either. I've got a little bit here and there. There's that one. What is this? Okay, that's where did. Okay. All right. See, Cranky, you got both of us trying to figure out what's what here. Is this okay? That's 50. That's all that. Okay, I know I got them somewhere. Look in the. No, there's nothing in that one. Grab that 10. I think I might have put them in there. I got to figure out where I put everything.
That's your chips.
Okay, that's Christmas. Look in that one.
Nothing.
Nothing in that one. Okay, what did I do with it? Yeah, it's probably in one of these boxes that got buried. I know that one's. We got fractional over here. We got maybe nope. That's my Michigan stuff. All right, I gotta find it. It's around here somewhere. But basically, there's certain years that, and even Canadian silver is. There's some that's sterling. Before it was 80%. It was sterling.
Yeah.
I want to say this is okay. That's my extra gold. That's not in the challenge. What's this? Okay, that's. See, I got a little bit of everything here. 75, 60, 50. Don't need those. I got a bag that's got 925 marked on it and everything but 925 in it. Oh, you know what? Here, let's do this. Oh, there's a, old English Scottish tradition. I got a my sterling silver baby cup that my grandma got me when I was born. Man, that thing's old. I can't even get it clean anymore. All right, we're gonna get the Michigan out of the way. And pardon the light difference here. We gotta. Okay, this thing's not gonna cooperate now. Did I put it in? Okay, I don't know what I do. I've got some British sterling silver, just not sure where it's at the moment. But yeah, I do have a couple of sterling silver Canadian dimes before they went to 80%. Right. Yeah. There you go. Cranky's on it. I do. Yeah. I have two. Oh, wait a minute. Did I? No, I didn't do that. Oh, let me swing back around here. See. No, that's just foreign coins. Sorry, guys. Now it's bugging me because I can't find what I was looking for. What was that? Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, another goal I have, and I know he hasn't really seen it since I pulled it out of the album. I do eventually plan to. Okay, it's not there either. Oh, I will find it eventually. But yeah, just when you're coin shops or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know around here we don't really see a lot of Canadian other than like silver maples and that. But yeah, see now it's gonna bug me. I gotta find it. Let's see. One of my short-term goals here is I am gonna send that in for grading. I just need to figure out who I'm gonna send it to and how much it's gonna cost me to do it. And as I know you guys may have seen the video, you didn't. That is a 1909 S VDB Lincoln cent. So, but in time. So, well, I like them all because I mean it just some people agree with me, some don't. That we just I don't know, maybe I'm just bored with our silver coins and stuff because they never change. There's a rumor that we're gonna they're gonna put Lady Liberty back on our coinage. I think I heard the rumor that 2026 they were gonna put Lady Liberty back on our coinage. I don't know, I'll believe it when I see it. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's bugging me now because I know I just had them up because I did a video talking about the but I'm not cleaning anything. I'm leaving everything the way it is. So, and yeah. So here's another one. He surprised me on. He's really into the. Yeah, he's found quite a few standing Liberty quarters on it. You can actually read the years on them. There's a couple in there that you can't, but the rest of them. You know what? I just heard that they were going to start putting Lady Liberty back on our coinage. On our like everyday coins, like our quarters and dimes and nickels and half dollars. So like I said, I don't know if it's actually happening or if it's just somebody dreaming, but I did hear a rumor that may be happening. So we'll have to sit there, wait and see. So, Cranky, I agree. I know their big thing was, I guess there's a law written somewhere where she's supposed to be on all of our coins, and somewhere along the line, they decided that we needed presidents on all our money. And, like I said, we'll see what happens. It would be nice, but they're not gonna, they're not gonna. I don't see them ever putting silver back in our pocket change because it just, we don't want the people getting ahead at all. So, but all right, everybody, we are coming up on 1:10. So I am going to wrap it up we are going to wrap it up for tonight. Try to catch a little bit of the Wings game on TV. It's actually on normal TV tonight. And see if they do better than the rest of our teams have been doing. I know they're in a slide at the moment, so we'll see what happens. But everybody that stopped in tonight, thanks for popping in. I know this is usually a Monday thing. Cranky was out of town Monday, and I ended up with laryngitis for a couple of days. So I put it off till today, and I said, oh, hey, this would be a good time to get little Michi back in the studio. He was here once before, and usually isn't here when I'm doing live. And everybody, thanks for popping in, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. And we'll see you in the next one. For little Michi and me, have a great night. Keep stacking, keep hunting. We're out.